Hey guys, what is up? Faz here. In this video, I will teach you the ICT turtle soup pattern, and I'll also teach you a strategy based around this pattern. Before we start, if you can hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, that would be great. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. So here is the turtle soup pattern. So if you have a liquidity sweep of a previous high, or you have a liquidity sweep of a previous low like this, then that is a turtle soup pattern. Okay, so we have two types of patterns as I've shown here. So right here we have a sweep of a previous high, and this is a sweep of a previous low. So this one is A, B, C, right? And this one is A, B, C, D. Okay, and both of them are really powerful, and I'm going to explain to you how you can use these patterns with context, because using these patterns without context, they're not going to work. Okay, you cannot just simply trade every single pattern like this. There needs to be a context behind this pattern right here. Of course, it can work by its own. I'm not saying it doesn't work like that, but you need to use a little bit of more confluence with it. So one last time I'll repeat. There are two types of turtle soup patterns, where you have a sweep of a high, previous high, basically higher high, higher low, higher high, and this right here is a higher high, higher low, higher high, and then a sweep, and we expect higher prices from here, and this one is we expect lower prices. Okay, so when this happens, we expect a trend continuation, a reversal. Okay, and when this happens, we expect a continuation. But let me give you a strategy that you can use using this pattern. So number one is we need to identify higher time frame Autoflow. So we are going to use two time frames for this strategy. Okay, so number one is we identify the higher time frame Autoflow. So I'm going to be using the 4-hour time frame as my higher time frame. Okay, and 15 minutes for my entries. Okay, so number one, identify a higher time frame Autoflow. Number two, let's say if the Autoflow is bullish, you mark out every POI near the price action. So let me show you what it's going to look like. Okay, so let's say we're on the 4-hour time frame and we see that the trend is bullish. The Autoflow is bullish. Now, what is an Autoflow? It's basically when the price is continuously respecting the bullish fair value gap or a bullish auto block, then the price is considered to be in a bullish Autoflow. So let's say that for this example, let's say the Autoflow is bullish. Now, what you have to do is you have to mark out every single POI. So there could be a fair value gap here. There could be an auto block here, right? There could be a fair value gap or auto block here. But the thing is, as I've said before, you cannot be taking your entry from this leg, okay? Since this is A, B, C right there, okay? And we want to look for, if the Autoflow is bullish, we want to look for a continuation, okay? And I'm going to show you how you can expect reversals, how you can know when the price is going to reverse. But before we do, we need to learn this. Okay, so as a normal SMC or ICT trader, you would say that, okay, this is a break of structure right here, and maybe you mark out an auto block on this leg and you expect that price is going to come back and follow your the simple rule where it's going to just move from here. No, most of the time it's going to come back lower, take out this low right here and react from the previous leg. Okay, so you have A, B, C, D, and as you can see, price might reverse from here. Now, to add more confluence, when you are looking at this on a 4-hour time frame, right? So when you have like a 4-hour auto block here, let's mark this out as 4-hour OB, right? And when the price is coming back into the 4-hour auto block, right, you drop down to 15 minutes time frame, which is my lower time frame, and now we are going to look for a reversal turtle soup pattern. And remember, it's going to look something like this. Whoops, right? So on a fractal basis, we're looking for a turtle soup that is a reversal pattern, okay? So now there could be a structure, 15-minute structure here. So you look for a market structure shift, take your entry, and boom. Did you understand what I just tried to teach you guys? On the 4-hour time frame, you have a continuation turtle soup pattern. So let me remove this, right? A, B, C, D, right? And when price has taken out this low and you have a POI, could be a fair value gap, could be an auto block, you drop down to 15 minutes and you see that price has taken out this low, but it has not yet reached the 4-hour POI. You look for the turtle soup pattern, the reversal turtle soup pattern, which is going to look like lower low, lower high, lower low, right? There's going to be a structure here. So then when the price comes back into your 4-hour OB, forming this reversal turtle soup pattern, you then look for a market structure shift, take your entry, and boom. This might be a little complicated for you to understand, but rewatch this video from where I start explaining this pattern, and you're gonna learn it. Okay, so you can see it's really that simple. And for a bearish trend, you have lower low, lower high. You essentially have, let's say, a auto block marked out here. You are not going to take your entry from this auto block. This becomes your liquidity level, right? Or a turtle soup. So when price is here, when price takes out this low here, this lower high here, what you want to do is you want to drop down to 15 minutes time frame, right? And then you want to look for a reversal pattern that is going to look something like this. Yeah, so this is your 4-hour auto block, and you have a higher high, higher low, higher high on the 15-minute time frame, and this right here, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then this is on a 4-hour time frame. So now what you want to do is you want to look for a fractal market structure shift. It could just simply take out, this leg right here, and you can take your entry from the breaker block or a fair value gap, or there could be a tiny structure right here. You look for a market structure shift of that tiny structure, and boom, boom, boom. Remember this, make sure that the market structure shift happens during kill zone hours. It is necessary to know that. So the kill zone hours are 2 till 6 a.m. New York time and 7 till 11:30 a.m. New York time. So your market structure shift on 15 minutes time frame must happen during this time frame. Make sure you set your time to UTC4 New York right here. So this is the whole strategy that you can use. Basically, turtle soup is just a sweep of liquidity, right? And as I've said before, this can work by its own, where you have, let's say on a 4-hour time frame, you have something like this, right? And then when you drop down to 15 minutes, you look for a market structure shift below this high right here. And that can work as well. You take your entry, and I've made a couple of videos on this pattern, but specifically we're talking about using POIs with this pattern. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of examples and then I'll end the video. All right, guys. So here is the example number 1. I'm looking at USD CAD on 4-hour time frame. The Autoflow is clearly bearish at the moment, and what we did have was the A, B, C, and D right here. So let me do this. This was a turtle soup right there, and we went into some POI right here, which is a 4-hour auto block. So we also had break of structure here. So a normal trader would take his entry from this auto block right here, but as you can see, it took out the previous higher low right here, and as you can see, price tapped into this auto block. So if we go to the 15-minute time frame, you can see that we did have a B, C pattern right there. So let me go just right there. You can see there, it doesn't have to be big. It just shows that this was inducement on a smaller time frame, you could say, but this right here is a turtle soup as well. And right here, as you can see, we have a market structure shift. This is a clear low right here. The low of this candle does not break the low here, and the low of this candle does not break the low here. So that is a market structure shift. Also, we do have a auto block with fair value gap right here. We also have fair value gap here, but this is in alignment with breaker block as well. And we have this consecutive bullish candles, which is a bullish auto block. So by using these confluences, I'm going to take my entry here, put my stop right above this body here, or can put above the high, but I prefer body right there for this example, because my stop loss either way would have been too big if I put it here. Okay, so in real scenario, I put it here, but it is also always preferred to put it here. I don't want to confuse you guys. So let's target maybe, I don't know, maybe this low right here. And you can see the market structure shift did happen during kills on ours, and that is a perfect sign. And as you can see, we get our entry, and if I play this through, a beautiful move to the downside, and look at that, just melting down. So this is the power of turtle soup, guys. I'm not even kidding. Okay, and I mean, there are a lot of YouTubers that are teaching this pattern right now, but if you go and check out my first video on this channel, which was uploaded months ago, I was teaching you this exact pattern in my own way. Of course, ICT calls it turtle soup, but I wanted to make it easier for you guys to understand, so I call this ABC or ABCD, right? When combined with POIs, this is very, very powerful. I'm going to give you guys another example. Alright guys, so here is the last example. I'm looking at AUD USD on 4-hour time frames. Remember, you don't only have to use these two time frames. You can either use 1 hour with 5 minutes or 15 minutes with 1 minute. However, I do not recommend going lower than 1 hour. Okay, so you can see that we have been making higher highs here, right here, but then we have a turtle soup here, then we had another break of structure, then we have a turtle soup red just right here, then we have a break of structure right here on a smaller time frame. This could have been a candle closure above that level, and then we have another turtle soup here. So this is how actually the market moves, guys. It makes a higher high, takes out liquidity, makes another higher high, and vice versa. So right here, what you can see, we've been making higher highs again. And this right here is my POI, and what I'm looking for is the ABC pattern into my POI now. Okay, and this could also be a ABCD as well. So now one thing that you should know is that price can actually make, you know, something like that, right? And you can mark out as this as your liquidity level. You mark this as your auto block. What price can do is it can take out both of these lows right here and react from this low here. Okay, it is not 100% confirmed that price is only going to react off the second, you know, the first leg here, which is the higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay, price takes out this low, price then takes out this low, and it can react off this level here. So you have to look for confirmations on your lower time frame. Okay, but you must not take your entry from the first leg here. So right here, as I've thought before, we are now going to be looking at ABCD, which is basically, this is ABCD as well. So let me show you this. This is ABCD as well. Okay, but in this example, we are looking at this pattern right here, which I showed, right? This one, ABC. Well, let me put it this way, ABC, like that. I'm looking at this into my POI. So I have marked out this auto block right here, the body of the candle, And right here, you can see price taps into my auto block right here. So I drop down to the 15-minute time frame. And this right here would be my shift in market structure. And let's see what happens. Price takes out this level, giving me a market structure shift right here. Then what I see is a fair value gap, a tiny bit of fair value gap right here. So this would be my auto block or my entry zone. I would actually take my entry from this auto block, and I can either put my stop right here or here. Since there's no fair value gap here, I'm going to put my stop here, and I would maybe go and target this little fair value gap here. So let's see how this plays out. Actually, it got taken out. So now my target would be these equal highs here. So I'm going to put it here, and let's see how this plays out. We did have our market structure shift during kills and hours, and as you can see, price taps into our POI, and we hit our take profit, and then we reverse. So this is the power of turtle soup, guys. I tried my best to explain this, and I hope you guys learned something from this. Also, on a 15-minute time frame, we also had ABC or turtle soup as well. ABC into our POI. So when you use this, you're gonna be mind blown, guys. If you want to learn more, you can join the course, you can join the community. It's only for $97 one-time payment, but it is not necessary. Just watch my YouTube videos, please. Thank you very much. Goodbye. That was not necessary. Goodbye.